Brendan Kirby here back with Mike Bottaro. Mike, we've learned a lot and we're continuing to learn more and more, but let's talk about the fact that if someone was to join your firm, what is something that they might be surprised to learn right off the bat? They may not have even considered this. They come in the door on day one and they're just blown away.
When new folks come to work with us, we hear that they're most surprised about the fact that we have this intentional commitment to charitable giving, volunteerism, and getting out and helping our community. I think that's probably what surprises people the most. We have that same intentional system, process, desirable as we do as winning in the courtroom.
Can you talk a little bit about where that comes from within you? Have you always had an inherent desire to give back? Has that always just been at your core who you are?
Giving back as a law firm really comes from the vision when I founded the firm, which is growing our community, growing each other and growing our community. I mean, we're blessed to be able to make a living, a good living. I mean, we're sitting here, if we're going to charge our clients a commission to do work for them, like, that's a big deal. And we take it seriously and we make a good living doing it, and we should be supporting our community. We should be getting out there, giving back wherever we can, and it's a serious thing.
So many people lose sight of just how fortunate they may be, whether they earned it, however it found their way to them. You clearly haven't lost sight of how fortunate you are, what you have. That desire to give back is there. Community and culture, these things are all connected, aren't they?
I think so. I mean, I think when you look at like a winning basketball team or a winning football team, you know, you have to start with the fact that they have a good system. You have to start with the fact that they have talented people. You have talented individuals. But I think the real kind of secret sauce is, how do they come together to create that chemistry that separates the '04 Red Sox from the '03 Red Sox? Do you see that documentary?
I sure did. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I don't know how anyone can't be inspired rewatching that.
If we could get the guy who was on camera for that documentary, who's sitting out there with a cap on, remember, in their interview when he's like, "Fucking Bucky Dent."
Actually, he's here right now. Come on in, sir. Let's go. Grab yourself a cigar.
Wicked.
That is so good.
Yeah.
But really, it's so great that you would invoke that and bring that up, because it's so resonant when you think of falling and then rising again. You know, we're all going to fall down at some point, but we get back up and we keep doing it. For you, that's a motivating factor, isn't it?
I think we all learn from our failures more than we do from our successes, and having an open mind to be able to be humble to accept that and learn from it is something that we strive for.
I think it's incredible that you have a ministry care team. What's that all about?
So we have this ministry care team in our firm, and what it is it's like a committee that gets together, and we're very intentional about it. We have folks that come together, and they sit there, and we go through what are we going to do for helping our community. And so the ministry care team at our firm is all about having an intentional system for paid volunteer time. If you work at our firm, we're going to pay you to go out and help people in our community. So we're going to do things with groups like Amos House. We're going to do things like with the Rhode Island Community Food Bank. Of course, for a long time, we've been one of the corporate sponsors for the Meeting Street and the Meeting Street Telethon coming up that we love. Adopt Rhode Island, all these groups. Special Olympics of Rhode Island, thank you. So in order to do that and be good at it, you've got to put some time and effort and planning into it. So our ministry care team, they plan. They are there and they are planning as hard as they can for how we can have kingdom impact. How can we have a really good impact on our community the same way we can win our client's case?
And I think that all kind of dovetails nicely into the fact that, as is the case in any area of life, balance is key. Yes, we've got this work to do, but we can also do this. We can really make ourselves known in two different areas.
When you're doing personal injury work all day and you're dealing with injured people and greedy insurance companies, you do have this profound sense of gratitude that grows within you, and you start thinking about, what can we do for other people more? And so to have an environment that at our firm that we do, I think, and we work hard at, where we can foster that. We can have days where you could sign up and you can go down to the community food bank. You can help out. You could sort cans. You can go to Amos' house and you can make breakfast for folks. Like stuff like that, where you're intentional about it, is great. I live for it.
Do you think one of your team members would mind shredding my hate mail?
We don't have that sort of volunteer time available, Brandon.
That's a full-time job. But really, so much of this comes from your strong faith. I mean, inside of you is a burning desire to give back, but it stems from strong faith, doesn't it?
I had great upbringing. I had two folks that stayed together in the house. I was raised Italian, Irish Catholic. Sunday was church, then hanging out with my Nana and cooking sauce and all that. Sauce or gravy, whatever you want to call it. And then you get away from that a little bit when you hit college and you go and you start questioning things, which I think everybody should. It's healthy. And then for me, I kind of came back to it, and I think that's my worldview, and I think that's I think it's a good thing because the love of Jesus really is what it's all about.
At its core, the desire to just be good to one another, to be kind,
Yeah.
and really to instill those principles in your team creates such a positive environment.
I love those universal traits of love, of generosity, of compassion, of working with integrity and excellence. All that stuff is universal, I think, for sure.
You've done a huge act of charity by just working with me.
Thank you for that.